Hello, I am at the Riverside Museum today. So this is the new museum that had taken over from the old Transport Museum. So this, I keep calling it the new Riverside Museum. It's not actually that new. It was finished in 2011, which is depressing me because I remember when that was open. So it's got a load of fun things to do, man. If you're into cars and bikes like I am, there's a whole wall of cars and bikes. There's an old town where you can go, an old mock-up of how these streets used to be away back in the day, with different stores, and it's kind of like an old Hollywood prop type town. So we're going to have a look. There's a lot of fun activities on basically every week. So they did have a Star Wars one on. I think that was early this year or last year. I missed it though. I think it might have been last year, unfortunately. So I'm hoping to bring that back. But we'll go in, we'll see what's on the walls, we'll see where we can go, and we'll go and take a walk down the old city streets, and we'll see what's there. Hiya. Yeah, not bad. I'm just taking some videos of this cars and stuff. Is that all right? Yeah, cool. Cheers, man. If you hear me talking to myself, it's because of that. Cheers. Right, we're already in the car bit, so we'll start here. We'll just work our way up. Oh, there we go. It's a Porsche 911 Turbo G400. That's absolutely stunning. What's this, an Albion A3? Oh, this is, I don't remember this to be here. Touch to start. Ah, cool. So I wonder if this tells you any information, because, so the arrow, it does, it's like a wee information page. 4-seater Tourer was their most popular pre-war model. This car has some essential design new bodywork. To this road dust being thrown up, that's pretty cool. 2.5 litres, mailing my Focus. What's happening here? I need to trade in my Focus and get one of those bad boys. Oh, what have we got up at the top? I need to go further back to see that. Oh, we could, is that the old car that was in Top Gear? They used in Top Gear? I don't know if we'll be able to get a better view of that. Is it the, I forget what that's called, the P? Or something like that. Back to the information wall to find out. I love the old cars. So much more character. Not necessarily the VP car, but things like the old Porsches. I'm not even close to BMW Isetta bubble car. I thought that was the one they used on Top Gear, but it's very similar. Designed by ISO Motor Company of Italy. That's like the least Italian looking car ever. A Chrysler Sunbeam. 96 in Scotland. So I wonder what this means here. Because obviously it was not made in Scotland. Donated by Chrysler UK. I've heard this Sunbeam mentioned for TV shows and films and stuff like that. Ah, this bad boy. Massive. Argyle Tourer. I've never heard of any of these cars. At the start of the video I said I was into cars, but clearly not. A think this is the only way I can convince my missus to get on a motorbike. If it came with a big plush sidecar. See if there's anything else that jumps out. Ah, that Royal Mail, the old Royal Mail van. Ah, that's cool. One more Morris Minor. What's this? End cap test. Turn the wheel to study the crash test in slow motion. This is actual real footage of the last time my missus drove the car. That is a cool wee feature. This car was crash tested for a head-on collision, the most common type of road accident. The results suggest that anyone inside would have been able to walk away relatively unharmed. I've got two massive steam locomotives in here. The Glen Douglas ran on the West Highland line for more than 20 years. They had to be versatile enough to pull carriages up steep inclines and around tight curves. North British Railway K-Class 440, whatever that means. That's one for the train spotters out there. What's this? The Glenfinnan Viaduct. I'll give you 1 point if you know what film that's from. The old school campers. Still see quite a lot of these, well, not this specific year, but there's still a few of these on the road in Scotland. Very similar looking. I've no. So this is the subway loop. I used this to get here. Absolutely fantastic system. Outer and inner, opposite directions. It's like every 4 minutes for a subway. And it takes about 10 minutes to get anywhere, really. But now they've switched to driverless subways, which wasn't that long ago. Yeah, 2024. There was a lot of pushback because although they were driverless, you still had to have somebody on the train anyway to basically make sure nothing went wrong. So everyone was saying it kind of defeats the purpose, but I don't know if that's been rectified since then. Oh, that's cool. Old school fire engine. Some adventure bikes at the top. I genuinely don't think I'd be riding motorbikes today if it was still this style of bike. I don't see the appeal. Well, that's a nice Ducati though. What's this, a 916? That's tiny looking. I can maybe actually flat foot the tarmac on that. Short inside leg problems. This is the old trams. Go and get a wee read at the sign. This tram and 1,000 like it serviced Glaswegians for many years. Some versions of this standard tram worked Glasgow streets for more than half a century. So I think this is, these are called the Shuglies. That's like a nickname, an old nickname for them. I believe. Somebody can correct me on that in case I'm wrong. So I believe that's one of the best, or one of the top 5 Still Game episodes. If you know, you know. What's this? Is this an old RV type idea? I wonder how rich you had to be back when to afford this. Well, they were showmen. That'll explain it. So this is a caravan that they took whenever they're travelling, I think. There's money to be made in the shows, apparently. So we'll take a trip down. How Glasgow used to look like in 1895 to 1930. That is not a period-specific tram. An old-style pub. Which, to be honest, a lot of pubs haven't changed. Very similar. Back when women weren't allowed in pubs. That wasn't me agreeing with that statement, that was just a statement. So, what is this? Cabinet makers and upholsterers. That is a nice piece of furniture. I'd have that in my gaff, no problem at all. If I wasn't broke. A wee old cafe. Sorry, man. There's a big man himself, Billy Conley. I remember when the old building at Kelvin Hall had the same mock-up, but at the end there was like a mural as if the street continued down, which as a kid I did not realise was a mural, and tried to continue my way down the entire road and promptly smacked headfirst straight into it. That was awesome. There's no existing trauma from that whatsoever. So I don't remember there's been a ship section here the last time I was here, but maybe there was. But this is pretty cool. I was just looking at a model of the HMS Hood, which fought against the Bismarck. And I learned a pretty mental fact that the battle started when they seen each other 13 miles away. That is roughly from here to Loch Lomond. That's how far away they started firing shells at each other. That is absolutely crazy. There's a lot more big steam locomotives in here than I remember. They're absolutely massive. I know nothing about trains other than the Flying Scotsman exists, and that's about it. Stairs up to this. I won't be looking at it, but we can at least see if I can see inside it. The old coal furnace down there. That's as far as I know, that's my extent of my knowledge. We should really get a tour guide. I've just seen that we can get up onto the big one, the big steam locomotive when you get in. So there's a few people just coming off just now. So I'm going to try and go up. Hopefully no one else goes up before me. These things are wild, how big they are. I wonder how much coal these take to run per, I don't know, trip. Don't know if the camera will pick this up. That's alright. Don't know if I'd fancy being the coal shoveler on one of these, that's for sure. Ooh. Well, I'm up here, you can get a better view of that Royal Mail van. Looks like a toy for down here on the camera. Hopefully that'll scale well when I actually come to edit it. I think they've been around about the full place. So they do like things every week, as I was saying on the intro, but two cool things that are coming up are, I think at the end of the month, I'll need to check dates and I'll post them in the comments below, but they do special days for kids with autism. So they have like quiet days where it's a lot more restricted viewing, visitor numbers, and certain things are turned off. So a lot of the interactive stuff that has volume are turned off as well. Obviously to help so that the kids aren't getting overstimulated and stuff. If you've got kids that are on the autism spectrum and you want to take them for a day out, check the dates. There's always stuff that's going on, and they do cater for a lot of different groups, which is fantastic. I think it's only fair we leave a wee donation. I don't even know what that said, I just clicked no. There we go. The dues are paid.